Hey guys, give me a second. It is your pal on wheels, CT Berry, coming at you with another video. And in this week, I'm gonna add something new to the channel. Something that I think will be really popular. And, try to gain more audience. And because, I'm all about a variety on this channel, trying to appeal to different audiences. And as you can tell by some of my sportswear that I wear, I am a big fan of football. So, on this channel, during NFL season, we are going to start going over all of the scores from the different weeks throughout the NFL. Now, I would try to do college ball as well, but there's so many college football programs in the United States that I feel it'd be too hard to try to cover all of them. Plus, I'm kind of biased when it comes to college football. I mean, I'm pretty much an Ohio State, WVU, Marshall, Ohio Bobcats. I just kind of follow teams in my region. Which I do have my teams in NFL too, but I feel NFL would be a lot easier to go over since it's just a 17-game season, and I might try to do baseball in the spring, but there's 162 baseball games in a year, so that might be a little hard to do, but I might try, see if I can, look up the different scores. I love to watch baseball. As you can see, I'm wearing old school Indians gear, and you guys know I'm a diehard Red Sox fan as well, but it's kind of hard to watch baseball when it's not really on in, my region, so to speak. And MLB, that streaming package is ungodly expensive, and I have a cousin that he got it, and he said they still black out games on that, so, but NFL, it's widely on TV, so I feel like it'd be really easy to go over. And so how we're going to do this is we're going to look at the different scores, look at the records of each team, and, I'll give my opinion on, where I think each team is headed throughout the week. So let's get started. So on October 12th, the Chiefs and the Broncos played on Thursday Night Football on Prime Video, and they lost 8-19 to the defending Super Bowl champions, the Chiefs. Now, I think everyone and their brother kind of knew how this game would go. The Chiefs are the Chiefs, They have Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift as their biggest cheerleader right now. So, the Chiefs have had all of this momentum for the last few years, and poor Denver. They haven't recovered since Peyton Manning retired. They've had different quarterbacks and coaches go out there and try, and you even got Russell Wilson, a guy that was, dominant in Seattle for a few seasons, and then you got Sean Payton, who coached Drew Brees, and even they're not doing real hot. They are 1-5 on the season right now, and the Chiefs are 5-1. So, but anything can happen in the NFL, and my cousin, he was actually an athletic trainer out in Denver, so, I don't claim to be a Broncos fan, but, I don't hate Denver, if that makes any sense. So, moving on, we have the Baltimore Ravens, and they defeated the Tennessee Titans. No, I'm not a Ravens fan. The Baltimore Ravens are the Cleveland Browns. I don't give a crap what anybody says. They freaking took our team, and now the Browns have been crap since 1999. But we're coming around. We're coming around. Ohio sports is getting to be where we can be proud of them again. And they're not trash. And then we have the Commanders. They defeated the... Oh, I forgot to talk about the Titans. So the Titans are 2-4. I think the Titans will bounce back. I mean, they got Mike Vrabel, and, Mike Vrabel, I think he's a heck of a coach. But, they've kind of struggled a little bit this season. They got spanked by my Browns. And what was that? Let me look here. Ah, yes, that was week 3. They got spanked by my Browns. So, go Browns. Like I said, Ohio sports is coming around. Alright, we're coming around. So, anyway, the Commanders, again, defeated the Falcons 24-16. Both teams are now 3-3 on the season. You'd think I would like the Commanders because a lot of Ohio State players go there. Chase Young, Trey McLaurin, Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace. Even though Dwayne was on the Steelers before he died, but nonetheless, he was in Washington. Yeah. I would watch Dallas football with my dad, so I'm not a Commanders fan, so... Yes, I know that breaks my mother and my grandmother's hearts because they grew up Redskin fans, which... My grandma was a big Joe Burrow fan, and she was not happy when the Commanders changed their name, but what can you do? So, and then the Falcons. I don't really know much about the Falcons. I know they've always kind of been a little up and down. I mean, they got Marcus Mariota quarterbacking for them, and I think he's okay. I mean, I don't think he's like the greatest quarterback ever, but and I'm an Ohio State fan, and we beat them pretty good in the national championship his final season. So yeah, I don't hate Marcus Mariota. I think he's a good guy. I don't think he's the best quarterback in the world, but Atlanta's 3-3, so we'll see what happens. And then my Cleveland Brownies. Yes, those Brownies, the ones that have sucked for over 20 years, ended the undefeated streak of Brock Purdy and the freaking San Francisco 49ers. Let's go! Yes. And the Browns did not have Deshaun Watson. Nick Chubb blew his knee out against the Steelers. Screw you, Micah Fitzpatrick, for that hit. And we were without our guard, Joe Bitonio. And we ended the freaking streak of San Francisco. What now, boys? I mean, we had our freaking guy that was a third-string quarterback like 2 weeks ago. Shows you, anything happen in the NFL. I mean, I was one of them that thought the Browns were going to get beat to smithereens. I wasn't even going to watch the game because I thought it would be a waste of time. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad my Browns proved me wrong. I'm sorry I doubted you. Yes, I'm getting very excited right now. And we are 3-2. So, go screw the Kevin Stefanski haters, and go screw the Deshaun Watson haters, even though he didn't play. Because my boys, my Browns won. And the 49ers are 5-1, which, hey, San Francisco's got talent. I mean, they got Nick Bosa, my boy from Ohio State. So, I mean, San Francisco will bounce back, I'm sure. They will still be a force to be reckoned with. I mean, Kyle Shanahan, the guy that was our offensive coordinator in Cleveland for one season, is doing phenomenal out in San Francisco. So, 49er fans, don't worry. I'm sure your guys will bounce back. But not against Cleveland. Nah. Anyway, the Texans beat the Saints 13-20. Yes, you heard me. The Texans, the team that has been trash for Lord knows how many seasons now, beat the Saints. You know, a team that was in the frigging NFC Championship a few years ago. But hey, my boy, C.J. Stroud from Ohio State, go Buckeyes, is doing phenomenal out in Houston as of this moment. I'm not going to jinx him, but hey, maybe an Ohio State quarterback might make it in this league. Who knows? I mean, yes, we have Joe Burrow. Yes, he transferred to LSU, but he's still a Buckeye. Alright? He graduated from Ohio State. Urban Meyer just didn't know the talent that he had. Anyway. And the Saints. So, I don't even know who the Saints quarterback is. Amazon. Who's the quarterback for the Saints?
According to Derek Carr is the quarterback of the New Saints.
That's right.
However, ESPN's Adam Schefter reported that Jameis Winston is the new starting quarterback of the team. It is important to note that Carr was the starting quarterback before the switch, but it is unclear whether he will remain as the backup quarterback moving forward.
Interesting. So, yeah, they got Derek Carr out of Vegas, and I think, yeah, Derek Carr got hurt, and now Jameis Winston's the quarterback? The dude that was in Tampa for a while? But I feel like the Saints are kind of like Denver, you know, after Drew Brees left, they're kind of just trying to find their identity again, so who knows what's going to go on, but hey, the Saints and the Texans are 3-3, so then the Dolphins, the dominant Dolphins, yeah, I remember when the Dolphins used to be a joke, but now, you know, they got Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa. I cannot pronounce his name, so Tua, I'm sorry. And beat the 0-6 Panthers. Which, I think Andy Dalton's their quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. Amazon. Who's the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers?
The starting quarterback of the Carolina Panthers is Bryce Young.
Right. Hold on. Pause. Okay. So, yeah. Bryce Young is the starter for the Panthers. But I think he got hurt, so Andy Dalton was starting for a while. But nonetheless, I mean, the Panthers
I'm
are...
not quite sure how to help you with that.
Anyway, I mean, the Panthers have trotted out a few different quarterbacks. I mean, they got Baker Mayfield, they had Sam Darnold, they had P.J. Walker, which was the guy that won for Cleveland this weekend. Even though our kicker did that. Thank you, Dustin Hopkins, for that. And Bryce Young. I mean, Panthers have tried a few different things, but they're not the same when Cam Newton was that rookie year and they went to the Super Bowl and got blown out by Denver in Peyton's last season. So, Carolina is sitting at a whopping 0-6 right now, while the Dolphins are 5-1. So, and then we have my Bengals, my other Ohio team. Yes, I like the Browns and the Bengals. I don't care what anybody says. I like both of them. I am an Ohio sports fan. Anyway, they defeated the Seahawks by a score of 13-17. And now I'm just thinking, I'm like, did I even give the scores to the other teams, or did I just go on a rant? Anyway, I'll go over the scores again at the end of the video. So, my boys, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they're coming back. They're doing better. I mean, Joe Burrow's healing from his calf injury. And they're playing like the Joe and Jamar Chase of old. So, the Bengals are fine. I know my grandma was, like, freaking out after that 0-2 start. And I'm like, Granny, chill. It's a long season. The Bengals will be fine. And the Seahawks, under Geno Smith, which I'm really happy for Geno Smith. I mean, the dude did his time in the league as a backup, quarterback at WVU, and now he is the starter in Seattle and is doing really well. So, I know a lot of WVU fans are Seahawks fans at the moment. So, good job, Geno Smith. Proud of you. And the Seahawks are 3-2. Heading into, what week are we going in? Week 7. So, we'll see what happens. The Seahawks will make a run, but, you know, I'm good. I'm happy for Geno Smith, because I know he was in New York for a while, didn't really pan out there. Then he was in Seattle, he was Russell Wilson's backup, now he's the starter, so, yay. Good things come to those who wait and work hard, ladies and gentlemen. Geno Smith is a shining example of that. Then we have the Vikings, who a lot of people like, but are doing not too hot at the moment, with a 2-4 record. They actually defeated the Bears, who are also not doing hot at the moment, who have a 1-5 record by a score of 19-13. So, battle of the trashy teams in the NFL right now. Which, you know, I kind of hate to see it, because I like Kirk Cousins and my boy Justin Fields from Ohio State, but he's not doing too hot in Chicago right now. So, we'll see if both of these teams can turn it around. And the Colts, who were as trashy as all get out last year, have a 3-3 record. They lost to the Jaguars, however, 37-20. So my friend Michelle from Florida, her Jaguars, they're doing pretty hot right now, so I'm sure she's real happy about that. They are 4-2. So yeah, Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson are doing wonders, because we know that Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence didn't do jack crap. But everybody and their brother knew Urban Meyer wasn't going to do crap in the NFL, but, you know, we just all proved that we were all right. But, anyway, Doug Peterson, the former Eagles coach, the ones that took him to the Super Bowl, he is doing good things in Jacksonville right now. So, was not really a big Trevor Lawrence fan in college, but, you know, ever since, you know, a lot of the guys' core values line up with my core values in life, I'll just say that much. So, yeah, I'm starting to come around with the guy a little bit, even though I still don't like Clemson. Even though our starting quarterback in Cleveland's from Clemson, but still, I don't like Clemson. Anyway, moving on. So then, the Patriots that are 1-5 right now. Surprise, surprise, since the Patriots were a dynasty, but I'll let you in a little secret. That was Tom Brady and Gronk, not anybody else. Because Zap is not that great, and neither is Mac Jones. But, yeah, the Patriots are a whopping 1-5 right now. They still could go 12-5, but I really don't think that's going to happen. And they defeated Jimmy Garoppolo and the Raiders. They lost to Jimmy Garoppolo and the Raiders by a score of 17-21. And I think I heard that Jimmy Garoppolo went out of the game with an injury, if I'm not mistaken. So, hope Jimmy G recovers from that. You know, I've always liked Jimmy G, so hopefully he's good there. So the Raiders are 3-3 after having a few tumultuous seasons. You know, they had all the John Gruden crap going on, and then, you know, they had the offensive coordinator for the Patriots go out there, and he didn't do too hot. He might still be out there. I don't know. Hold on. Amazon. Who's the head coach of the Raiders?
The Las Vegas Raiders head coach is Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, so it's still that guy. But anyway, so moving on, we have the Cardinals. They are 1-5, and their one win came against Dallas, and they actually beat Dallas pretty good. So yeah, that sucked. But old Joshy Dobbs and the Cardinals are 1-5 right now, and they lost 9-26 to the 3-3 Rams, who are kind of up and down right now. Yeah, old Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay are kind of a little up and down right now, but we'll see what happens toward the end of the season. And then the Lions, who were 0-16 just like the Browns, are like dominating the league right now. Dan Campbell has just done something right in Detroit. So the 5-1 Lions defeated the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers, by a score of 20-6. So let's address the elephant in the room for Cleveland Browns fans. The Browns won with P.J. Walker, the guy that beat... This is my workout alarm. But anyway, you know, the P.J. Walker, same guy that beat Baker out in Carolina, beat the undefeated San Francisco 49ers, even though that was more Dustin Hopkins. But anyway, that's besides the point. And Baker lost to the Lions. So, I mean, of course, I was a Baker fan in Cleveland. I still do like Baker, even though I hated his guts in college football after he planted the flag at Ohio State. But after he gave Cleveland a win, I forgave him for that. But shows that, yeah, I mean, I think there was a lot more issues surrounding the whole Baker Mayfield departure from Cleveland stuff. Which, I mean, I'm not fully sold on Deshaun Watson yet, but, I mean, we got the guy for at least 3 more years, so what can you do? So, I'm just going to let the results speak for themselves at the end of the season and not speculate. But hey, Baker could go to a Super Bowl this year, and the Browns could suck, or it could be the other way around. Who knows? Still too early in the season to tell. But anyway, and then my Eagles. Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni, and the Eagles just had to go break my heart. They lost 14-20 to, get ready for it. Get ready for it. Are y'all ready? Are you ready now? Zach Wilson and the Jets. And I was literally just watching a highlight on SportsCenter not too long ago saying how crap Zach Wilson was. But hey, maybe, Aaron Rodgers standing on the sideline brought him a bit of good luck. Who knows? But Jalen Hurts threw, I think 2 interceptions in that game. Yeah, they lost 20-14. So, Philly is no longer undefeated. So, there are no more undefeated teams in the NFL. And then the 1-5 Giants. The good old Giants. Started sucking a few years ago, even when Eli Manning was still there, because, he was benched for Daniel Jones. But Daniel Jones, he got hurt in the game too. The Giants are a whopping 1-5. Oh, I did forget to mention that the Jets were 3-3 and the Eagles were 5-1. But anyway, the Giants are 1-5, and the Bills are 4-2, and the Bills beat the Giants in the Battle of New York on Sunday night by a score of 14-9. I mean, the Bills are dominant. I mean, they got Josh Allen, they got Sean McDermott, they got Damar Hamlin. I'm so glad Damar Hamlin's doing good and he's back to playing football after that scary, scary incident in Cincinnati last season. I watched that game too, and oh man, I was heartbroken. So, thank you to the good Lord above for healing Damar Hamlin and, allowing him to get back to playing football. So, I don't claim to be a Bills fan. I'm not jumping on the Bills bandwagon, but, if the Bills are doing okay, then good, very good, very good. But, and then on Monday night, the Cowboys, we them boys, defeated the Chargers by a score of 20-17. So now Dallas is 4-2, and the Chargers are 2-3. And considering that the Chargers had Dallas's offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, from last season, but Dallas still came away with the win because Dallas played a hell of a game that night. Yeah. So, in case you haven't figured it out, I think I said this, I cheer for the Browns, the Bengals, the Eagles, and the Cowboys in that order. So, those are just the teams I've always watched. So, there we go. So, before we hop off, let's run down the scores one more time, just in case we missed any. The Broncos lost to the Chiefs 8-19. The Ravens defeated the Titans 24-16. The Commanders defeated the Falcons 24-16. The 49ers lost to the Browns 17-19. I will be happy about that game for the rest of my life. The Saints lost to the Texans 13-20. The Panthers lost to the Dolphins 21-42. Poor Panthers. The Seahawks lost to the Bengals 13-17. The Vikings defeated the Bears 19-13. The Jags defeated the Colts 37-20. The Raiders defeated the Patriots 21-17. The Rams defeated the Cardinals 26-19. The Lions defeated the Buccaneers 20-6. The Eagles lost to the Jets 14-20. Eagles just had to go and ruin it. After that Browns victory, the Eagles had to go ruin it. And the Giants lost to the Bills 9-14. And Dallas defeated the Chargers 20-17. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this new series that I got. Thank you to my Alexa device for answering all my questions. No, this video will not be edited, so even that long pause we had in there will still be there. And, of course, my device answering all my questions. That way, everyone has all the facts. So, I will see you guys this weekend for Over the Top Rope. That will be making a comeback this week. I've been super busy. Haven't really been watching, so I'm trying to catch up on all that now. So that's probably what I'm going to do when I get off here. So anyway, guys, enjoy the video. Have a good rest of your week. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I will talk with you guys in the next one. Take care.